Imagine you woke up tomorrow and demand for data analysts had exploded. Jobs you applied to yesterday were calling you back, offering you a $200,000 base salary. Or imagine you wake up tomorrow and there are no data analyst jobs available. Either one of those could be the case in 2025. Well, not really, maybe not that extreme. But let's talk about 3 data analyst predictions for 2025. The job is changing really quite fast, and I'm basing these 3 predictions based on my experience and with the aim to help you remain competitive within the marketplace. So let's get straight into it. Prediction number 1. Demand for data analysts is about to explode in niche industries. Gone are the days when data analysts were only limited to the finance and tech industries. In 2025 and beyond, you'll see huge demand for data analysts in niche industries like healthcare, manufacturing, renewable energy, etc. You're already seeing a marked difference in the breadth of data analyst jobs available in different industries, even in just the 2 years since I first applied. In industries like healthcare, where data is being used to predict patient outcomes and streamline care processing. Retail companies want to understand what makes a customer purchase, what they purchased, and what items are selling the most. Now, what's the reason for this expansion into niche industries? Well, with the amount of data increasing exponentially in every single industry, you undoubtedly need more data analysts to help make sense of all that data. More and more companies are catching up to the data revolution. And while tech giants have been at it for years, they've had extensive data teams and BI teams within their organizations. There are now smaller companies and small medium enterprises that are realizing the breadth and value of all that untapped potential within their data. And this is a trend we'll only see increase in 2025 and the next 5 years. So what does this mean for you as a data analyst? It means that it's time to now think beyond the main industries of tech and perhaps finance and look into specialist certifications and projects within these niche industries. The opportunity within these expanding sectors is vast, but what it also means is that to maintain a competitive edge in the marketplace, you'll need to specialize. And if you can speak the language of healthcare regulation or construction legislation or retail manufacturing, then you'll be in huge demand. Elon Musk, after Donald Trump was re-elected as President of the United States, created the Department of Governmental Efficiency, which is a department that has the main purpose of identifying inefficiencies within government. And the main way they'll go about doing so is through the data they have on different departments within the government. They'll likely analyze where time is being spent, the outcomes of that analysis in relation to the overarching governing purpose of government, and use data to make strategic decisions moving forward. That's not too dissimilar. Well, that's exactly what a data analyst does in their everyday job. That's what I do in my everyday job. Use data, find trends, find efficiencies, and use that data to make strategic decisions or help businesses and clients make strategic decisions. Moving on to prediction number 2, salaries will continue to rise, but there's a catch. Everyone loves to hear that salaries are going to go up, and the biggest pay rises are going to go to those data analysts who specialize in machine learning, artificial intelligence, and cloud computing. This calls back to the point I made earlier about the importance of specializing in order to capitalize on all the opportunities that are now becoming available. The highest salaries are going to go to those analysts who specialize not only in tools and software, but also in industries and fields and sectors. If you have a specific set of skills which are difficult to obtain, and you happen to be one of very few people who have that skill, that immediately makes you more attractive and high value in a marketplace. I predict more and more people will have to learn Excel, Power BI, and basic data analyst tools just to stay competitive, even if they aren't data analysts. In fact, that's something I'm seeing more and more in my role as a data analyst. More and more people are having to do those basic data analyst tasks in their own job because they have to deal with data on a daily basis. We've had to go to different teams within the organization, different departments, and give them seminars and lectures on basic data analysis, how to extract and clean data, best practices, and basic data analyst tasks. So it's even more important to stay on top of the tools and software within your chosen industry. Now, if you're already a data analyst, you have the basic skills, but you don't know where to start, I'd recommend data analysts looking into a project management certification, something like the Prince 2. That's something I found in financial services where you're dealing with different financial products. As a data analyst, as you become more senior, it's a fantastic combination to have alongside your data analyst skills. A certification, a project management certification like that, combined with your data analyst skills, shows that you can manage, lead, and delegate a project from start to finish. If you can demonstrate those two abilities, data analysis and project management, then you can immediately start to apply for more senior roles. To begin with, there's project management softwares that you can put on your resume, get a feel for them, like Verto, Azure DevOps. Now, as salaries for senior analysts might rise quite quickly, I do predict that entry-level and junior data analyst salaries might not rise as quickly, again because most people within an organization will be required to have the skills that junior analyst and entry-level analyst roles require. Now, don't get me wrong, entry-level roles will still exist. Companies still need raw analyst power that they can develop within their teams, but it also means it'll get more and more difficult to differentiate yourself in entry-level roles. And it's important to note they'll likely expect you to bring more to the table. Companies are going to expect junior and entry-level roles to bring more to the table instead of crunching numbers, quality assurance, or just basic data analysis like you might do in an entry-level role. You'll be expected to know more about business strategy, stakeholder engagement, and communication to stay competitive. Now, if you're just getting started, don't panic. Use this as motivation to create a well-rounded base in data analysis, Python, Excel, SQL, Power BI, and pair it with something like a project management certification and work on your ability to tell a story with data. Prediction number 3. Prediction number 3 is that AI will change the game. Will AI take all of our jobs? Short answer, no. But AI is getting exponentially better at automating repetitive tasks like data cleaning, running simple reports, and even providing vague but not specific analysis. There's one thing that AI can't yet do, which is think critically about insights. So the prediction regarding AI is that it'll become more and more an integral part of a data analyst's role as we go forward, and hopefully will act as an assistant to handle all of the boring stuff. That's why it's even more important to focus on the skills like judgment, critical thinking, and communication. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I advocate so highly for the skill of communication for data analysts, and it's only going to become more and more important. You're going to have a solid communication skill set to be able to differentiate yourself within the data analyst marketplace. Regarding AI, we're seeing more and more AI-driven recommendations where we as data analysts will use AI tools and software and language models to help us, assist us in small tasks and projects. I don't think the profession is going anywhere soon, as in disappearing or being taken over by AI. And the reason being, currently clients and customers have quite a few regulatory issues with open AI, and it's hard to imagine what the job will look like 15 years down the line. But until AI can better understand exactly what a client is asking for, or a client gets better at inputting and using those AI tools, data analysts will always be in the middle to bridge that gap. There was a Forbes article written in 2023 which addressed whether AI would take over data analyst roles, and it said companies would be required to invest more heavily in their analytics and business analytics departments, that it may be even more necessary to hire, train, and maintain more expensive analytics departments. But something that's beyond doubt is that data analyst jobs will change drastically, and they are changing drastically. I can say that from personal experience. There's also the flip side to the coin, where AI has made it so easy to learn about and do certain data analysis tasks, especially in cases like coding. In fact, I can make a full video about how I would learn Python using AI for beginners, or how I would learn SQL with AI for beginners. And if that's something you're interested in, let me know down in the comments below. But to that point, I've used large language models to read a set of code that I've written. And if those snippets of code are throwing up errors in something like Python or SQL, I'll input that into a large language model and ask it where the issue is, where the error is. And that's made the debugging stage of a programming project so easy. They've served to be incredibly helpful. If I missed a reference, if I missed a colon or a comma, I don't have to read through my entire set of code. I can just debug using ChatGPT, for example. So there you have it. 3 predictions for data analysts and data analysis in 2025 and beyond. We've covered demand, salaries, and artificial intelligence. Data analysts in 2025 will have more opportunities, higher salaries, and more tools to work with, but the field is always changing. To reiterate, to stay ahead, pick a niche field, pick up and hone the skills that set you apart in a marketplace, and make sure you stay on top of AI and any AI developments within the industry. That AI is going to be your friend for a while. What are some of your predictions for 2025? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. If you disagree or you agree with any of my predictions, let me know that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think and where you think the industry is headed in the future. That's all for this video. I hope this video is useful. If it was, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.